Hey, this is Arnold. On the last video, I was driving through Cape Town, so if you enjoyed that, naturally, here's me driving in Kruger National Park in South Africa. Since I will be talking about natural learning and stuff, I guess it's fitting to look at this wild rhino, which I filmed there. Today, I will present to you the way that I personally used to learn English, and I'm also using to learn Spanish as well. For me, any other approach doesn't really work. Now, everybody on the planet has learned at least one language when they were children, but then they grow up and decided to learn languages differently. The prevalent method today is probably skill building, mixed with some grammar. You know, when you have equal focus on listening, reading, speaking, and writing. Now let's have a quick review on how do children learn. Well, academically speaking, they listen first, then they speak, then they read, and lastly they write. Whereas adults tend to rely heavily on reading and grammar when they start learning a language. So the idea is simple. If your learning process is similar to what kids do, then the results will be similar too. Looking at kids acquiring their native language, you can safely conclude that not all four language skills are of equal importance. Listening is the king. In fact, even when children start speaking, it's basically for the purpose of getting access to more listening. That's why kids love bedtime stories, and any kind of stories, really. Reading and writing comes much later when kids are already fluent in their language. They also like to watch their favorite cartoons 100 times over. Listening is so important that if you almost ignore any other language skill plus grammar, you will be fluent. Of course, there are many nuances that I can help you to overcome if you choose to have a session with me. So after you develop your listening, then it's time to move to speaking, reading, and writing. And I think almost all of the problems comes from not treating listening as a basis for everything else. You see, I like watching The Simpsons, or at least the first 10 seasons. 20 years ago, that's all that I could watch in English. If I would try something else, or even similar, I couldn't understand it. So, how could I watch The Simpsons? Well, I suspect that I focused more on character voices. I just love how they sound and enjoy animation. So, somehow, that was enough to have fun and go through the episodes, despite having little understanding of actual words. A couple years later, I could understand almost any TV show or a film, and I could talk too. So you absolutely can learn a second language like your first. You can learn it naturally. That's all I've got for now. Bye.